Infomercial. Infomercials. Are you a TV channel that's been needing to fill up advertising space, but you don't have enough variety of the brands? Not anymore. Infomercials are here for you, your grandparents, and the stoned idiots of the world to blow their money on. Now, infomercials have been around for a while, since the 1950s in fact. However, the format most people recognize actually started sometime in the 1970s. Infomercials became a great way for direct sales, starting with the Ginsu knife. This is where you got your classic format with direct sales, bunch of random junk, crazy claims, and even a lot of the classic lines.
How much would you pay for a knife like this? Wait, there's much more. We also want you to have this 6-in-1 kitchen tool. Get them all. Guaranteed in writing for 50 years for only $9.95.
Seriously, this thing is like patient zero for the entire industry. And it's only grown more and more since, covering everything from music compilations, DVD sets, laser prime, cleaning products, cooking products, to even
the one-of-a-kind Obama ball, celebrating the game President Barack Obama loves. This
$80 basketballs with Barack Obama's face on them. And naturally, there have been a number of infomercial products aimed at kids with varying quality. But the big thing I remember back in the day was Marvin's Magic Drawing Board.
Are you ready to have some fun? Well, now you can create colorful works of art in just seconds with Marvin's Magic Drawing Board. It works like magic.
I remember on Nickelodeon back in the day, and it seemed like, well, magic. It was somehow a blackboard that you'd somehow make rainbows out of. Better than the actual rainbow art infomercial thing.
It's still as easy as dip, dab.
I am the one, your son don't need a gun.
And when I went to the UK for a family vacation, we went to Hamley's, aka the best toy shop ever, and lo and behold, we got a live demonstration of this thing in action. It just looked so cool and effortless, so naturally I begged my parents, and I never got it. Oh well, bitter feelings as a child manifested themselves into my adult years, so now I have one right here. But before we test this thing for ourselves, we must ask a deep question from within. Who is Marvin? Is he this shaved Monopoly man on the cover? Is it a fake person that doesn't actually exist in real life, like Betty Crocker, Mavis Beacon, and LeBron James? Well, actually, Marvin is indeed a real person. Specifically this guy, Marvin Burglas. Longtime British magician, president of the Magic Circle for 10 years, and son of legendary British magician David Burglas. Like, you know that stock is this your card trick? David invented that. It's so weird to me that the most stock magician trick was invented by someone who was alive during my lifetime. Like, that feels like something that should have been around for like centuries. Anyhow, Marvin's magical specialty was the magic of capitalism and founded the company Marvin's Magic. The interesting thing about Marvin's Magic is, alongside the typical mass retail sales outlets, the company also retails in several high-end retailers, such as the before-mentioned Hamleys and Harrods in London, and FAO Schwartz and Caesar's Palace in America, where they would actually give live demonstrations and mini magic shows utilizing their products. A pretty clever way to get the word out, and to be fair, some of the stuff they sell range from pretty typical magic kits to, okay, actually how magic tricks, and a lot of novelty art supplies, which included this thing, but not anymore. Seems the drawing board was discontinued at some point, and this one itself is from 2019. But hey, who said magic ever expires? Also, this is the standalone version, meaning I don't get Marvin's amazing pens, which is a shame because those apparently actually worked and are still sold to this day. But oh well, after all these years, I finally have the magic board. And, well, it's not quite the same as the infomercial. I am trying my best here, guys, but Marvin is farting. But Marvin is farting? Ooh. But Marvin is fighting against me. I'm doing what they did in the commercial. What's going on? Well, I think it's time to give you guys a little insight into the magic of this thing. See, the way this thing is supposed to work is it's essentially one of those scratch boards, which are a load of black ink over an image of a rainbow. And as you scratch it off, you reveal the rainbow underneath. The idea behind this is essentially a reusable version of one of those. The way this is done is black gel underneath a plastic film where, when you apply pressure, it parses the gel out, creating rainbow lines. The problem is, well, liquid being liquid, it sometimes doesn't want to play ball. And after a while, the gel will return to form. And not helping matters probably is the age. I wouldn't be surprised if this thing left stains inside. But what really doesn't help is that it's actually kind of tricky to figure out just how to actually put pressure on this thing. It says you can use your finger, though that clearly isn't true. And I have the most powerful fingers in the world. I did try to use some of the techniques featured in the company's hideously unusable app, and what works for them ain't working so well here. But here's the best method I've found for using this. First off, get this thing as flat as you can. Do not use this thing sitting up. In fact, don't use this thing without a surface in general, because I do not trust this cheap plastic casing. Hold the stylus like this with your finger on the end like this, and finally apply as much pressure as you can. With this method, it comes the closest to how it was in the infomercial, and I'm not gonna lie, it is kinda cool seeing all the rainbow lines come together. It's not super smooth, but I got shaky hands. I prefer doing art with a mouse. Yes, I know I'm a freak. But when you find the rhythm, there is some fun to be had. You can draw out math problems, Homer Simpson, Laser Prime, a cat with a bow tie, hardcore pornography, the latest pride flag to replace the one with that ugly diamond that's actually made for profit and copywriting. Seriously. So that's all good fun. Erasing it though, yeah, so again, it's all about spreading the goo, but the goo again likes to fight back and spread out. It's quite an effort to erase. I'm starting to think the infomercial was done through a different type of magic. The magic of Adobe Premiere. So in a way, I'm kind of glad I didn't get this thing as a kid. Remember, this was back when if you ordered something via mail, it would take weeks to arrive. Could you imagine the disappointment of this thing arriving, only to find out it was nothing like in the infomercial? And when this thing came out, it was $20 on release, which is roughly $45 adjusted for inflation. So I imagine mom or dad wouldn't have been happy either. But hey, it's a unique idea and one that had potential to be fun. I'm not surprised it was sold for decades. Marvin's Magic eventually did make a successor with the Glow Board, a translucent plastic board with neon lights that gives it a glowing effect, which apparently is a lot better if Amazon and Walmart reviews are to be believed, with such titles as Super, Great Choice, and Ideal for Klein Creative Kopf. It does look kinda cool, but I don't know. I wish we got a version where it was like the original idea, with a rainbow slowly being revealed like a scratch board. Well, luckily there is. This here is the rainbow drawing board from Target's kid toy brand Gigglescape, though it's sold by a lot of different retailers under a lot of different names. What this is a drawing board that uses an LCD screen to make it appear as if a rainbow is being revealed. It's not as bright as the other one, and the way the rainbow is laid out isn't quite as rainbowy as the other one. But this is the toy I wanted as a kid. It's really intuitive, there's no risk of it leaking out. It's responsive, you can bring it out and you can take it with you anywhere. It's great fun, and you could use it as a to-do list on your fridge if you wanted to. And when you're done, you just press a button and it's ready to go. And the erasing seems to be the only thing the battery is used for. So if the battery runs out, your image doesn't disappear. And thankfully the battery life seems to last for a long time because my family had one, and I don't think it ever ran out of juice. Gotta say, it is pretty nice to have something that fulfills that childhood want that the original Magic Drawing Board inspired. And you know what, in comparison to a lot of other infomercial products, I have to give some props to the original. Most infomercial products are the most bizarre crap that really has no need to exist. Whereas Marvin and Pals, I think they were trying to do something cool, it just didn't work out all the way. I am glad I sort of went through and did a deep dive into a toy where the commercial always stuck in my head, but never got the chance to try out. But what about you? Did you ever get something from an infomercial? And if you did, how did it work out? Let me know in the comments. Please subscribe.
There's me right now. I can't, like, fucking look at this shit. You can't even see it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry, Optimus. You're dead. You're in the Gulf of Sadness.
Aww.